This protocol is intended to guide the validation of a water system in a pharmaceutical manufacturing environment, ensuring the production of water that consistently meets required quality standards for various applications, such as purified water and water for injection. This validation is divided into Design Qualification, Installation Qualification, Operational Qualification, and Performance Qualification, followed by ongoing monitoring. Title and document control information. Document title, Water System Validation Protocol. Document ID, Unique Identifier, version number. Effective date, approval signatures, authorized personnel from QA, engineering and production. Purpose and scope. Purpose: to validate the water system's ability to produce water that meets the pharmaceutical quality standards required for product safety and GMP compliance. Scope: covers purified water and/or water for injection systems, including pre-treatment, purification, storage and distribution. Roles and responsibilities. Engineering department responsible for system design, installation and operational performance monitoring. Quality assurance ensures protocol compliance, data review and final approval. Operations and production ensures routine operation and maintenance as per validated procedures. Validation team, a cross-functional team overseeing the validation process. Pre-validation planning. First, we have the timeline and Gantt chart. This is a detailed timeline outlining each validation stage to effectively manage milestones. Next, there's the pre-validation review. Here we review system design and installation documents to ensure they comply with GMP standards. Then, we conduct a risk assessment. This involves identifying and prioritizing risks using failure mode and effects analysis, or FMEA. Finally, there's the supplier documentation review. This step confirms that component materials meet all regulatory standards. System description. Let's start with the source of water, which can be, for example, a municipal supply or a bore well. Moving on to the components, we have the pre-treatment system. This includes softeners, carbon filters and UV sterilizers. The purification unit comprises reverse osmosis, deionization and ultrafiltration. For storage and distribution, we have tanks, pipes, pumps and the distribution loop. Lastly, there's the flow diagram. This is a system layout that highlights all the sampling points. Validation strategy and phases. Phase 1 is the initial testing phase. Here, daily testing is conducted for 2 to 4 weeks to stabilize system performance. Phase 2 is the monitoring phase. During this phase, bi-weekly testing is performed for another 2 to 4 weeks to verify stability. Finally, we have Phase 3, the long-term monitoring phase. In this phase, monthly testing is carried out for 1 year to confirm consistent performance. Validation steps. Design qualification, or DQ, involves several critical steps. First, review the system design to confirm compliance with GMP standards and process requirements. Next, conduct a capacity and redundancy analysis to ensure that the system can meet peak demand and has the necessary redundancy. Then, validate any automated control software to ensure data reliability. Finally, ensure all design documents and material quality verifications are in place. Installation qualification, or IQ, is the next phase. Begin with installation verification to confirm that all components are installed according to design specifications. Follow this by checking the piping and instrumentation diagram, or P&ID, to ensure the installation matches. Inspect welding integrity, focusing on welds and joints, especially in sterile areas. Verify utility connections, such as power and air. Lastly, complete all documentation, including checklists, calibration certificates and installation photos. Operational qualification, or OQ, system flushing and cleaning. Perform initial flush and sanitize the system. Calibration of instruments. Calibrate critical instruments such as conductivity meters and pressure sensors. Operational tests. Verify flow rates, pressure and temperature to confirm system operation under defined conditions. Control system testing. Validate alarm settings and control responses to deviations. And finally, documentation detailed OQ report with all testing and calibration results. Performance Qualification, or PQ. Sampling protocol. Phase 1 involves daily sampling from critical points over 2 to 4 weeks. Phase 2 includes bi-weekly sampling to confirm consistency. Phase 3 consists of monthly sampling for 1 year to verify long-term stability. Sampling techniques. Use aseptic techniques with sterile containers labeled with location, date and time. Microbial testing, membrane filtration or pour plate method. Incubate samples at specified temperatures, 20 to 25 degrees Celsius and 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. Chemical testing, conductivity testing, measure at various points for ionic purity. TOCI testing, monitor organic contaminants using validated methods, for example, USP. Endotoxin testing. For WFI, use LAL testing to confirm compliance with endotoxin limits. And trend analysis. Monitor test results over time to detect deviations. Sampling plan and testing parameters. Sampling frequency defined for each phase of validation, daily, bi-weekly, monthly. Sampling points include storage tanks, distribution points and return loops. Testing methods. Follow SOPs for microbial, TOC, conductivity, endotoxin and temperature testing. Acceptance criteria specifications for each type of water, for example, conductivity less than 1.3 microsiemens per centimeter for PW, endotoxins less than 0.25 EU per milliliter for WFI. Handling deviations and out-of-specification results is crucial. Deviation protocol involves documenting procedures for immediate action on deviations, including corrective and preventive actions, or CAPA. Conduct a thorough root cause analysis to investigate deviations and implement corrective measures. Make sure all findings, corrective actions, and any resampling required are meticulously documented. Data collection and documentation are fundamental aspects. Data recording should be done in bound logbooks or secure electronic records to ensure accuracy. The final validation report needs to compile and summarize IQ, OQ, and PQ results, deviations, CAPA, and approval signatures. Additionally, a trend analysis report should document long-term performance data and any corrective actions taken. Lastly, all documents must be stored per regulatory requirements, such as FDA 21 CFR Part 11 compliance for electronic records. Requalification and routine monitoring. First, let's talk about the requalification schedule. It's important to define routine requalification intervals, typically annually or after major system changes. Next, routine monitoring is crucial. This involves regular tests such as total organic carbon and conductivity on a weekly basis and microbial counts monthly, all based on a thorough risk assessment. Lastly, alarm management. You need to document alarm set points for critical parameters and clearly define response actions. Continuous improvement and regulatory compliance. Begin with a compliance review to ensure alignment with FDA, EMA and USP guidelines. It's also essential to schedule periodic internal audits to maintain ongoing compliance and foster process improvement. Continuous improvement is key. Review performance data regularly and update protocols to optimize water system performance. Appendices. Appendix A covers sampling locations and maps. Appendix B includes detailed test methods and standard operating procedures. Appendix C outlines regulatory guidelines and standards. Finally, Appendix D provides an acceptance criteria summary. This detailed protocol establishes a thorough approach to water system validation, ensuring pharmaceutical-grade water quality and consistent regulatory compliance. The structured documentation, rigorous testing and continuous monitoring ensure that the water system performs reliably, safeguarding product quality and patient safety.